Ignis, we may have a spot for you after this with Team Facile. Looks like maybe they dropped one already. Bilbo over on the Team 1 raid goes Beastmaster Hunter making a return. Bilbo's actually has been an old school member of these duels before. We got Griff back in here, Panorama on a Boomkin, Speedwagon, I like the name Speedwagon by the way, on a Windwalker, and then Steroid as a Hellfire, Hellboy looking Draenei shot. Are you Elemental? Actually Elemental, wait a second, hold on. That Mog and everything looks so good. Facile on Team 2, the missing one. We got Tal, we got ourselves Umber, and we got ourselves Haukan? How? Is that your name? Hold on, H-A-O-K-A-N. Haukan. I'm gonna have to try my best here. Haukan getting blasted out by meatballs off the bat, stun immediately, triggering for Steroid, taking a bit of damage as Beastmaster Hunter's actually ramping up a bit of damage, got himself fortification of the bear, big silence of the Steroid with his low to follow, might be in a lot of trouble actually, hold on, kill shots might be the end of him, Bet surrounding the guy from every angle, trying to see if he catch up a little bit of health, but the Hunter got himself that little bit of extra range, got himself the Earth Elemental to try to see if he can take some pressure off these pets, off the Shaman onto the extra summon, but it couldn't be enough, just super low. Haukan was able to ramp up a bit of damage, got a little bit of pressure, and is waiting for Rogue instantly. Are they sending Grifka next? Honestly, I don't think you guys should send Grifka. I think whoever is next, put Grifka on the back line. Just let everybody else get a chance to play, because I feel like as soon as Grifka goes in, they got 4 on the other team, dude. Unless unless Chalrion is ready to just slam the Rogue out of the way, because he seems to be the Rogue Slayer, it's going to be a little bit harder, man. Griff does sneak by. Haukan, no flare down. Kidney shot after a gouge? Was that what it was? Sepsis? Haukan taking a lot of damage off the bat. Freezing shots apparently somehow does activate onto Griff. Still got a Sepsis rolling on him. Trying to see if he can get a slow click of shots for Griff immediately. Haukan may need to go for Turtle. Immediately does drop into super low health. Almost died with Sepsis. Killing him slowly but surely. Needs to find a way to break himself out of this situation. But I think he might just be done for the count, right? Into a Shadow Step. Quick Eviscerate, did not really stand much of a chance. Tell is up next. He used to be the Rogue Slayer himself. Question is though, after the Rogue's rework with 10-2, can a warrior battle Rogue anymore? Because it used to be like picture perfect every single time he would be able to battle him. Or battle any sub-rogue really, as long as he had every cooldown. But nowadays, I don't know if it's really possible. I think the rework for Subtlety, you left him stronger than ever, offensively and defensively. Mad damage on Tell, does go in for the stun, trying to see if he can go for a big war breaker. Griff with a quick shift, trying to see if he can bail away from Tell. Blind right after, trying to see if he can maybe get a trinket out of Tell. Tell could go for a leap, potentially might be a leap here. It's going to be a smoke bomb. Sap, breaking out of it with Zerker Rage, trying to go in for a roar. I think actually does end up establishing dots on Griff. Is he trying to see if he can get himself a bit of a reset behind the pillar? Does Tell go in for a leap potentially? I believe he may still have a leap available, but it's going to be a sap unless banner down. Someone getting the Rogue back into combat. Hold on a second, stun before the Rogue can go for a kidney shot. This is going to be gouge. Blainstorm to try to see if he can counter a kidney shot out of the Rogue with an evasion. Immediately Tell trying to see if he can just pop a slow on the Rogue, back up out of there. Knows his comp points built up off of the banner. He knows the stun is going to be ready up next to him. Blainstorm, before he gets hit by it, does get a bleed onto Griff. Maybe could potentially try to see if he can parry a kidney shot some way, somehow. Does still have a trinket, and Griff is bleeding little by little. Maybe leap available for Tell. Does go for the leap, does not connect with the Rogue. As the Rogue got himself Shadow Blades already. That's going to be immediate. Reflect does actually dampen a lot of the magic damage from Griff. Trinket out for Tell as Griff does go in for a full Sepsis. Disarm right after. Does try to see if he can dampen some of the Rogue's burst. There goes the big damage. Eviscerates to follow. Parry up right after. Griff does have himself a reset as soon as the Sepsis comes through. Griff is still dotted though. He doesn't actually no, he does have a Cloak of Shadows, so he might be okay. Battle sets available for Tell. I think he's expecting to get a shot out of the Rogue anytime soon, right? Question is, does he have a Blade Storm though? Big hit on Grifka. Hold on a second. Is the Rogue still bleeding though? Cheat death right after. Cheap shot to follow. Griff is super low. Does Cloak to remove the bleeds completely. Big stuns on Hotel. Does he have a way to reconnect with the Rogue? Because right now Griff is in a great spot. Stun around the corner. Shadow melts in last second. Does let him escape completely. And Tell right now is left without any trinkets whatsoever. Maybe can pre-Blaze Storm or go by Griff. Did use the leap in order to catch up to the Rogue. Maybe can Zerker Rage the next sap. But Tell, he needs to find the Rogue right now. The question is, where would the Rogue be? The Rogue not out in the open, not trying to get aggressive. Tell mounted up. My question is though, can he somehow find the Rogue? Blaze Storm almost catches him. So close. So close. Picking up another set of ice. It's going to be his last chance to pick up ice. Banner there just in case. If he looks to the right of him, for any reason, he goes left. If only he went right. I think the eyes might run out faster before he could find the rogue. Checking the angles. But Griff is waiting on the far side, recuperating as much health as possible. Got himself Shadow Blades active and a trinket available. Tell with the reflect. Has himself I think a Battle Master trinket? I think he did pre-Battle Master trinket this one. Sepsis, everything is available for the rogue. Tell might be in a lot of trouble. Does have a Warlock Hellstone in his team. Does burn it. Griff with immediate reset. Does go in for the Shadow Strike. Stun. Trinket right after. Parry up for an evasion. Can at least attack the rogue a little bit. Should be able to slow him down quite easily. Does catch up with him with a quick charge. Still got a parry to keep himself plenty defensive, but a shiv onto Tell does end up slowing down quite a bit. Charge into a blind. Tell has a trinket coming back up in just a handful of seconds. Main to burn it here potentially. Trying to see if he can maybe live it. Needs a heal right now unless he's in trouble. Stun onto Griff. Trying to pick up a little bit more healing. Is he just done? Just arm on the rope for just a second. Catching up a little bit of healing. Griff, I don't know if he has himself evasion available or not. Vanish. As he does get blood up. That is a slow by Tell. If he sticks around next to Griff, he should be able to see him easily. Gouge could maybe break out of Berserkers. Smoke bomb for just a second. Trying to give himself some line aside. Krogan, no help whatsoever. Cloaker Shot is right after. It's going to be Tell with a little bit of a survivability. Blaze Storm. Griff cannot escape it easily. Hold on a second. No more cheat death. If you got enough dots in a rogue, execute right after. Cheap shot to follow. Hold on a second. Sepsis. Oh, it does slam the rogue down. That took a lot out of Tell just to live a rogue. And we are 6 minutes into the match with a 31% dampener. Panorama is going to be up next. As Griff, I honestly thought he would take it there. I thought it was Rogue's game to win. I thought there was just no shot. Tell does get some dots, will not be able to get himself second win recovery at all versus Panorama. That's going to be Star Surge's reflect up, stun right after, got himself a little bit of healing. Unless he gets himself somehow some kind of an escape to remove the dots, it's just, I think it's going to be over. Banner down, but he's just melting. There's not much you can do as Panorama does end up rotting him down. Team 2 never got their 5th in, so it's going to be down to Facile as well as Umberwing to hopefully pick it back up for their team. My goodness, the amount... I felt it was so unfair for a warrior to have to go versus rogue, and then just like, man, I wish the team 2 would have had a 5th there, man. I wish, because I feel like it's just, he has to play it so he can't save any one of these cooldowns unless he's fighting the rogue. That's how I feel it's so unfair. Like, the warrior has to use literally everything versus rogue and outplay him and keep outplaying him, never making a mistake, because the rogue can make a couple of mistakes here and there. We've seen it multiple times where rogue makes mistakes, vanish, he could just go again. He just gets another go. He doesn't really have to play super perfectly at all compared to warrior, where every cooldown matters. For the rogue, you can just vanish. Cooldowns are back. You got some full reset, or you got everything going back. It's just so rough to see, man. I feel like he never really got his time in the spotlight. It's going to be full Heart of the Wild available for Panorama with a Mortal Coil by Facile. Charging in really aggressively. Demon Doggers, all pets are in. Cyclone might be able to stun him. I think the pets just have him. Hold on, Panorama. I think it's just dead to the pets. Trying to see if he can back up out of there into a Axe Toss. Hand of Gul'dan does end up taking him out with Speedwagon as well as Bilbo. Second to last ones left as Speed goes in with a jab immediately on the pet. Facile's going to use CC and mobility to try to see if he can get around Speed. Speed just trying to see if he can catch him in place. Does not have a gateway in order to separate away from the monk. That's going to be full Fist of Fury. I think a Touch of Death may just be in, right? Doesn't mean a Touch of Death. Instead goes in for a Whirling Dragon Punch. Immediate charge by Umberwing. Speed with a port right after. Going to be a meta for Umber into an incap. Trinkets out of it immediately. Try to stay super aggressive. Trinketing an incap like that can sometimes be like either the play or not the play, because it's almost like trinketing a sap from a rogue. In most cases you don't trinket ever, but sometimes you have to if you're trying to get the kill. Speed does not have Alexio for a while, so potentially could be the game for Umber. Into Fist of Fury does give him a little bit of defense. There's going to be Ibeam actually get full karma. I think Speed just goes down with Umber getting taken down as the karma was out. And that's going to be Speed, Facile, just about everybody except for Bilbo got a chance to play. Let's get us another one going. I think we do need a +1 for Team Nemi. And then I think we should be good to go. Let's get you guys a +1 and we'll get another.